be sure to speak up and loud and clear for the podcast. And
we're like almost
action.
100 episodes in.
Action.
And this is the first time you're going to say to speak loud. Were you in hopes that I wouldn't ever be heard?
Perfect.
Wow.
Bethany and Sean. We are a couple of nuts talking. I would be a baritone if I were in the choir. I would be a baritone if I was in the choir.
If you were in the choir, I wouldn't have married you.
I had some...
It's very close to theater.
Ugh.
Oh, I can't.
Ugh.
I know.
I had some choir buds, though.
Except for the people who are in theater listening to us.
Absolutely.
That's completely different.
I don't hate theater. I liked that one. We went and saw the Ghost Story, 444 or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that was okay.
That was fucking good.
I loved the story, yeah, but I think it would be better as a movie.
They had that Massive Attack song, whenever they did the
Yeah.
stage changeover. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, no, it was good. For as far as plays go, it was good. And the guy from American Horror Story was in it. I thought that's why we really liked it, because
Probably
it
like-
kept us.
Probably like the other
Interesting.
99% of theater that was probably not very good.
I only like maybe 3 of the 50 things I've had to see because friends are in them and such.
Yeah.
I probably liked 3 plays.
So
and
you
the
are
one that you're talking
you are
about is
friends.
one of them.
You are friends with theater people then.
No, like I was friends before I knew that they were in theater.
You really? But you
Yeah,
went and
like-
saw them play. Oh, so you
In other words, they were just people I worked with or were actors, and then they're like,
so
I'm
they're-
in
yeah.
this play. But now, had I known prior that they were into theater and doing theater, I would have a problem with it. I remember I was being courted by this guy who...
look at me when you tell this story.
Well, I was already not looking at you before that, but I was being courted by this guy. And,
Who?
And then, I'm not going to say because he's famous. And he's like, he's
You tell
just
everybody
a
you're
normal
married
actor.
to me and I'm famous.
You're famous for your own fart awards. That's what you're famous for.
Oh, 40 Days and 40 Nights starring
All-
Josh Fortnett. That's me. I'm
That's
Josh
you
Fortnett.
are Josh Fortnett.
That's
yes.
my acting stage
Well, you're
name.
Sean Fortnett.
My stage name is Josh Fortnett, and I starred in the film 40 Days and 40 Nights.
And it's a never-ending film that lives with me.
all day or
Bethany.
day till I'm dead. I fart even after I'm dead because people do that when they die. They fart.
You will. You'll probably do the Macarena. You fart so much after you're dead. Like you'll legit the autopsy guy will come in or the embalmer and he'll be ready to.
Why am I
going to
need an autopsy? What are you trying to say? You gonna kill me?
No. Whatever. The guy who embalms, he's gonna turn around and go for one of his instruments, and when he turns back around, you're just gonna be farting your body into the Macarena and like fucking.
Why the Macarena?
It's the only thing I could think of that had a dance to it that people would visualize.
They should have. What I would be doing is murder was the case that they gave.
Is there
me.
a dance to that?
Ooh-wee. No, I'm just a thug.
That-
I'm just
see,
a
no.
gangster like that, honey.
No.
Even
the
in
point
death, I'm
was-
a gangster,
You're
son.
not even getting the joke. The point is that your body would make all these moves because you were farting your ass into
I hear
different
you.
positions.
I hear you, but you're kind of putting down the side how gangster I
I'm not.
am,
I don't like
honey.
the way you're
Even
twisting
in
your
death, I'm a
face.
gangster,
I
honey.
don't like the way you're twisting your face. I'm not even
Woo,
listening.
woo, woo, woo. Murder was the case that they gave me.
Are you done?
Not even close.
Unfortunately.
I'm just getting started. So you were dating some famous guy, theater, courting you. What was the rest of the story? What are we doing here?
And then he was like, "Do you want to go to the theater with me?"
Oh.
And I was like, I was like, why? And he was
That's
like,
hilarious.
when I say theater though, I mean like fucking Broadway shit.
That's
Like legit
questionable.
shit. But I was still like, why?
Yeah.
And he goes, it's Broadway. Like
It's
we'd be well taken
because
care of. And
My
I was
friends
like,
are in the play.
no. And he was like, we'll be
Stupid.
well taken care of. And I was like, yeah, like what's it about? That's what I
Yeah.
said. And I mean, I went once with him, and I just don't get it. It's not
I
my
do like
vibe.
I like that it's old school. I like the theater
I
aspect
love the
of it.
theaters.
Shit, when I was dating in the dating game, I'd ask girls they want to go to the Museum of Death and shit like that.
And what did I say?
And be like, let's go to the Museum
Yes!
of Death. Let's fucking go watch some horror movies in
Right?
the theatre.
Honey, you basically were designed for me.
Aww.
Yeah.
Then why are you sitting here talking about some other little Little
Are you going to get jealous
dudes.
again 2 episodes in a row?
Why are you talking about some other little dudes?
2 episodes
You
in a
got
row.
this big old king right here, this thug life gangster, big old king. You sitting here talking about little dudes wanting to take you to Broadway and shit.
God, I can't with you.
Even in death, I'm fucking gangster, honey.
I don't even know what that means. You don't even know.
I have no clue what I'm talking
No,
about. What's up, nuts? Right? We didn't even say hi to our nuts yet.
You're like a teapot, and I realize I just gotta let you steam.
Oh, here
for
I come
like
in with
the
this
first
banger.
5 minutes.
I'm a little teapot. Let me do it in the baritone. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle. Here is my spout. When I'm all hot and bothered, tip me out. Sucking on my head and getting it all out. Let me squirt on that ass. I'm gonna squirt on that ass.
Come.
Wow.
I mean, we can't help but make bangers. Even if you don't like the words, you have had to just bebop your head bop to that shit.
Go back to farting really quick.
Of course, always.
I thought it was pretty genius, Josh farting it, farty days and farty nights.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty genius when I came up with that in my head the other day. So
Okay.
so much so I wanted to...
Wow, you've held on to that for days.
Been waiting for that one, baby. But I was thinking about farts.
Yeah.
You know.
It's hard not to since you're always farting.
Constantly.
And you want zero time. Hold on. You want a 0 time in your life to go, maybe I need a doctor for my digestive issues.
God made me the way I am, honey.
And I don't mean a real doctor. I'm like a Western doctor. I mean like a real doctor.
God made me perfect the way I am.
He did, and I feel like you're not feeding it what he would like you to feed it.
Well, the years of alcohol and opiate abuse.
No, that's gone.
I think. But it might have really done it. It does a number on your digestive tract.
It definitely does. But guess what? You are completely renewed.
I mean,
every 3 years or something.
I heard it. I heard it takes time, honey.
Oh, right. Okay.
But I was thinking about farts, and I was thinking about every time one does fart with their pants on and stuff like that and underwears, you're farting on yourself.
Yeah, constantly.
And you sit here and you get so mad when I let them out without even realizing I'm farting on myself.
That would mean I would be angry 100% of our days. So that's not accurate.
I'm not
And I am going to clear this up. I was mad when he gets to a certain proximity from my face.
You just punched the pillows last night in bed when I farted.
Because that stench went into my face. And when we're sleeping, it just huddles. It's like a demon that wants entry into our bedroom.
It's a sleep paralysis demon.
And I get angry. Guys, I get physically angry. He's not kidding. When he farts in bed, when I want to lullaby myself to sleep.
It's scary.
When usually people put out aromas such as vanilla and lavender, these wonderful tobacco, right? These beautiful scents that cause you to go to slumber.
You scare me.
He decides to put out sulfur, soot, and dead man, homeless ass. That's what you do.
You ever smelled a dead homeless man before?
I have.
I have.
Oh, I don't know if he was dead. He appeared as such, but he did smell like dead ass shit.
Man, there's times, because I've been to jail a few times, been to rehab a few times.
We talked about it.
And there's homeless people in there.
Yeah.
No, definitely homeless people in jail, no doubt about it. And and the toilet in jail is just right there, boom, bam, right. There's nothing keeping you.
No, I've seen it on
nothing
TV.
enclosed. There's this tiny metal toilet up against the wall.
Cold, probably cold when you sit down.
It's to the side, but it's in the middle of the room.
Mm-hmm.
But to the side.
It's interesting that you say in the middle of the room, but to the side.
I mean, like, it's if you go to the side, that's the middle. If you walk from there, you'd be in the middle of the room. Go all the way to the left of the middle of the room
and then you're not in the middle.
You know what I'm saying, though. It's in the center of the left or right side. Okay.
God, it's just getting worse.
And
you're hanging on.
The center.
You're hanging on to wanting to be right.
It's the middle of
happy.
the left or right side. Understand? And I have smelled homeless ass before that's been out just sweating swamp probably for days, probably just shitting all over himself, come in there, drop trow and take a hot steamy. He's stoked because there's AC, he's getting some food and shit, and then he just poops and man, That's a bad smell. But there are times where I'll sit down when I'm taking a boopies, and it reminds me of that. I smell that sometimes in
He's
myself.
given several where I feel like I don't know you. That's how bad they are.
Wow.
You fart and I go, who is this person?
Wow. Is that why you punch things? Like you feel like I'm an
I
intruder
get angry
in the bed?
because I'm like, I married this and I don't even know who I don't know what is inside of you.
You feel like I'm an intruder coming into
I
the bedroom?
do.
Wow, babe.
We'll just get into it. There are times where at night I pray because Sean, I don't know if we've talked about this or not, but Sean talks in his sleep and he farts in his sleep and let me start with the farts. While he's sleeping, he farts as if it's a rifle. So it builds up.
You just told this story like 2 weeks ago.
Hold on. He shoots it out like a rifle, right? He just gaga and he thrusts his butt back, and I feel it comes out in such a bullet that I feel it. But now, aside from those demons, he talks in his sleep. So he has two different demons inside of him. He's got. Oh, actually, you have three. Hold on, you have three. So the first demon is this one. The one you're doing, where I can't understand you, but you are definitely having a conversation with someone or something.
God, conversation with God. Good book.
Okay, well, then it's in tongues because I cannot understand.
Obviously, honey, have you ever seen the churches where they speak in tongues? That's a
I
real
have,
thing.
But you are not in that church, nor are you awake.
I must be in the other world that I'm in when I go to sleep. Maybe I am.
Okay, so there's that one. And then you have one where you're clearly saying that. You'll be like, yeah, don't go in there. I saw it too. Oh. Right, like
got
you'll
me
say,
on the edge of my seat
yeah,
right
you'll
now.
say captivating snippets.
You have to understand something about me when I'm sleeping, honey. Like, I am either saving the world, the universe, clearly,
can you save me
or
some
I am in a
nights
church
to sleep?
converting people, saving lives.
Can you save me a night where I get to sleep?
I save you every day and
No,
every
you
night,
don't.
honey.
Mm-mm.
Every day and every night.
No. So, okay, those are your two. Your third one and worst and most excruciating demon is this one.
Oh, man. Those are the worst. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then this one.
So, like, I'm either saving the universe,
Mm-hmm.
I'm either in a church converting people, or, like, my deceased grandmother is haunting the shit out of me.
No, it sounds like she's uncovering something that you didn't know was there, and you see it, and you go,
No, whenever I have those types of gasps, honey, it's when, so like Grandma Roz, I'm at her apartment in a dream, and then I look in her closet, and her clothes just start flying fucking off the coat hangers, flying past my head. I'm like,
Our neighbor's staring at us right now.
Is he
Our
really?
neighbor is staring straight up because he knows we're doing a podcast.
Oh, well, we'll get to him in a second, but hold on. I want to talk
sorry,
more about
it was so uncomfortable.
Because in the dream, when I make that noise, is because I'm trying to move. I'm trying to, like, it's also almost as if I know that I'm asleep and I'm trying to wake myself up and nobody can hear me.
Oh, I'm really good at waking myself up.
So it's a really, and I do, and that wakes me up.
Mm.
But it's usually when there's a haunting happening.
I'm just letting you know you don't always wake yourself up because you are sound asleep and I'm awake because you're going, oh.
Yeah, that's only.
I am awake all the time.
So here's my
Whether
dream.
you're shooting a machine gun fart,
Yeah.
you're hooing, or you're talking in tongues.
Yeah.
Or you're going, no, open the box and let's see what's inside.
Oh, that is
all
it.
of these things.
Oh my God.
All
I'm on
of
so
these
many
things.
adventures. There is a horror aspect of my dreams, and those are the ones. I have, I guess, a few different worlds, and the horror one makes me gasp and I can't breathe. And then I
Why
wake up.
can't you just internalize it all like normal people? Like, why does it have to
Why
be
do you,
out
how do you
loud?
think I have control over that while I'm sleeping?
I told you to pray about it and ask God to keep it inside.
I ask God to show me signs, and if He wants me to, Grandma
But
Ross
you
to throw
can't hear
clothes
your
past my
own
head.
signs. Then you need to take these signs and do something with it. Just yesterday, guys, I get signs all the time because I pray before I go
I
to sleep.
saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Nothing gonna
No.
give you up to
God
get into
showed
the
the
life
sign.
where you
God showed the
belong.
signs. Okay, so yesterday,
Ace of Base.
oh no, it'd be the day before yesterday. I woke up and I told Sean, oh my God, God talked to me. He talks to me all the time. And it's a different voice in my head. And it's a very loving voice.
It's me.
And yesterday, so 2 days ago, he said like this. I was about to wake up and then he goes, beats.
And then I go like.
No. He goes, beets. And I was like, oh, God wants me to eat beets. And then I asked Sean to get me a salad with beets in it, and he did. And I feel great. But I get weird. Do you remember when I got the NARC thing?
Yeah.
He gives me codes. Like sometimes he shows me like what numbers. It is crazy, you guys. Once you ask for information and wisdom, you get it. But like, not to get all, I know not everyone listening is going to be all as, God loving as we are, but, or into listening to it. But that's where Sean and I come from. So like, you'll hear it all throughout our stuff.
In between the farts.
In between all the other gobbledygook that we talk about.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting how much you get to sleep and how much I don't. And everything. Oh, and then when he moves a lot. And instead of just rolling over like a normal fucking person.
I've explained this to you so many times.
He has to ricochet himself up. Okay, like he pops himself
I've explained this to you so many times.
bed,
Shame on you.
and then flips like a fucking egg.
Shame on you.
And so the whole bed is in turmoil because he needs to make a 45-degree change on his body.
Are you done? So I have back issues, Nuts. My back is fucking stiff. Right side of my hips go up.
So you know,
are you done?
No, hold on. You do not have back issues. Because we went to the chiropractor, who is also a homeopath, and he said, Sean Thomas Fetterman, there's nothing wrong with your back. It's psychological.
Right. Okay. So my back goes out sometimes from time to time, and it's kind of always sore. So when I'm in bed, I can't just like turn my hips and turn over like softly. It hurts.
It's always sore because it's listening to you talk while you sleep.
The only way I can do it is if I'm up and I kind of got to, whole body, everything's got to turn at the same time, or else I'll fucking throw my back out of my sleep.
What do you think sounds more damaging? Let's talk about like a plate.
Doesn't matter what you say.
If you take a plate and you throw it
You
up
say
and
whatever
flip
you
it,
want, babe.
it's going to crack.
You're not me.
But if you take a plate and just roll it over,
no.
you don't even pick
It's
it up.
not how it works.
You just take the plate
I am
and
not a
flip
plate.
it.
I am not a plate. I am
Whatever.
not a plate.
Hey, that's loud for them.
Okay, so enough of that.
That's what it sounds like out his butthole
Let's
at night.
do a neighbor. We just touched
That's
on
what
our
it
neighbor
sounds
real
like.
quick. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, we were gonna go
Neighbor alert.
full on this.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
All you nuts that have been here for a while know that we have this neighbor that's just on meth.
And I would like to say this. I'm proud of both of us for not mentioning him for quite some time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But I also feel like if you've been following us, you want an update.
Yeah.
You want an update.
Major update.
Ooh.
Major blow up the other day.
You talk about the other culprit of not letting me sleep. It's meth head.
So we have a building right next to us. We're up on the second floor, and our bedroom windows looks down into the building next to us. It's a little courtyard where there's a pool, and we could see
Enough detail, just in case. Enough detail.
whatever. And there's a neighbor that's downstairs that moved in, like a year ago now, maybe 2 years. And he stays up all hours of the night barbecuing. He's on meth. He's doing the Fetty zombie walk.
We use barbecuing lightly because there is no barbecue. He sets fire on top of a patio table.
He's essentially a homeless guy that has an apartment.
He acquires twigs from outlanding neighbors' trees.
Yeah.
And then he takes other people's, what is that,
Lighter fluid.
Lighter fluid, and he squirts it all onto the table.
This guy's a nuisance, okay? He's loud.
He's scary.
He's violent. You know, we've seen him in the past get into it with a girlfriend, what we talked about. Go back and listen to that episode.
His kids.
He's the spoiled brat whose mom comes over every other day, does his laundry, brings him bags of food. He doesn't do anything.
New TVs.
It's clear that the family didn't want him around anymore, so they moved him out on his own. They pay for everything just to stay away from them. So they took their issue and put it upon everybody. And now it's affecting literally everybody in that building, but they never do anything about it. They never call the cops. We never call the cops, so it's just this thing. It's just this kind of.
I don't want to get involved.
No.
And it's because it's not our building. It's not, there's nothing really we can do. We don't. What I don't understand is if you are living there, because we're not even in that building. The people living there are closer than we are. And the fact that everyone's stagnant in and allowing this to happen, in other words, to invade their peace and serenity where they live, and they're paying a lot of money. He's not paying any money, but they're paying a lot of money. Like, I don't understand how no one's taken their power in this. And it seems everyone's scared of him. But
the other night, we wake up to the sounds. Now, I have cameras all around the apartment building. So when people walk, in the back alley area, which is this guy just constantly pacing,
he walks through our courtyard.
We see who it is. So I see him walk past, and there's a guy in a red jacket. I thought it was a Michael Jackson Thriller jacket.
He was like, oh, my God, Michael Jackson's coming back.
Because the guy had long black hair.
Yeah.
He had pale skin, and he had his hair pulled back. I was like, holy shit, skinny black pants. I was like,
hair pulled back in a
I mean, that's the other thing about...
jacket all night. I can feel you. Michael Jackson is right next door after the boys of summer have gone.
So this guy also goes through friends like crazy. Like every other...
I don't even know they're friends.
No, they're not. They're fair weather friends. Every other few days, he's got a new person.
Or they're grinding parts on each other.
Yeah, so that's a thing that he's doing for sure. I mean, we know all about this guy. He knows nothing about us. But there's a guy. It's a Cobra Kai jacket this guy's wearing. Bright red
hilarious.
leather Cobra Kai jacket. And then what time was it? Like midnight when they started dragging their
the first time we saw
the
him?
the TV situation.
Oh, the TV was 12:30, 1 o'clock.
So about 12:30, 1 o'clock, we're hearing all this noise outside. And Meth Head, of course, he's got the top of the line, biggest fucking flat screen TV you could have.
By the way, not even 2 weeks old.
Yeah, just got it.
2 weeks old.
Always getting new shit. And you just hear, blam, boom, bam. And him and the Cobra Kai fella are dragging this TV outside.
Well, you forgot to mention that at about 11:30, they were walking around wasted.
Just wasted, stumbling. Couldn't even stand up straight.
Wasted, and then walking in the alley and trying to play basketball and just causing a ruckus.
Oh, yeah, Mommy got him a basketball court. Big old basketball rim he sets up now. So you hear basketballs bouncing around from fucking 4 a.m.
This morning,
to
5 a.m.
fucking 2 a.m.
5 a.m. because he didn't go to sleep. It was just, you hear boom, boom, boom. Just the basketball.
So him and his little Cobra Kai buddy are just fucking wasted, falling all over the place. And we don't know what happened, what transpired for the TV to make its way outside of the apartment.
That's because you got to understand, most of the time he has his door open so we can see it all.
Yeah.
That's why we know so much. It's not because... Go ahead.
My theory is he gave this Cobra Kai guy the TV for some drugs.
Right.
That's my theory.
We've determined that, yeah.
I used to trade stuff for drugs all the time back in the day.
He makes Mommy buy him a TV.
Right.
And then TV leaves within a week or two. And he's always high.
Yeah. So they're walking out. Cobra Kai guy cannot lift this TV for the life of him.
Oh, my God.
You just hear goosh.
Just constantly dropping it, letting go of it. And his pants are falling down.
Pants falling completely down. Shirt off.
Zero awareness of his pants, too.
I wish he had the jacket on with no shirt.
Right.
And the pants. But he was shirtless, hair down, pants falling down.
And the other guy is staying nice, which is rare.
Weird.
But he's yelling at him at the top of his lungs.
Bro.
Hold on to it.
Hold it, bro.
Like, hold on to it. Bro.
I mean, the fact that he's trying to tell this guy that's completely blacked out to do
even
anything
walk straight
is very typical, but crazy. And it's crazy to watch it happening. And this guy's just falling into the bushes and the apartment and the
he
gate.
kept falling into the gate, which is so noisy because it's so loose.
Yeah.
For how many times this guy has hung on it, ran into it, climbed it.
And then he fell on top of the TV and kind of bent it in half a little bit. So at that point, Meth Head neighbor.
You forgot the best part, which is what woke me up.
What?
When he was pulling it first out of the apartment, the guy let it go. And he was the one who, Meth Head was the one who was still holding on to it backwards. Like he was walking backwards. Meth had just kept walking, and it slapped down the stairs.
Bam. But yeah, just broken.
So in other words, this TV
Thing's done.
is broken.
Yeah, and that's how it ended. Neighbor boy just dragged it out. He ended up just and he dropped it and then picked it up and out into the alleyway. TV gone. And who knows what they did for the rest of the night, because we just closed the windows. We're like, this fuck, man. Come next day, man. Come next day. Beautiful day outside. Windows open. You just start hearing fucking crashing and screaming and coming out of his apartment.
Gosh.
Just things breaking, glass.
A woman screaming.
His mom is there.
Yeah.
His mom is there, and he's in there throwing a temper tantrum, breaking everything. Windows are shaking.
Now, what we surmised was this. She came over with her foods and goodies for son.
Mm-hmm.
And as she approached the threshold of the door, probably gandered left and did not see the brand new, probably 80-inch television.
Yeah.
And
big ass TV.
She closed the door and then it began. So I'm sure she was upset. And then he does the things he did. Now, later on, we found out that he was using his vacuum cleaner,
smashing
a
it.
Rover Ball 3, smashing it on his table and counters, everything on the floor, and her screaming.
Yeah, and it got to the point where
I'm talking 25 minutes at least.
Easy.
Yeah.
And nobody did. And I'm just looking. I yell, you're in the bathroom, and I yelled to you, should we just call the cops?
Yeah.
And then the neighbors
But wait. Oh, can I also just preface what's happening? So for at least 20 minutes, this was occurring, and it's loud. I'm talking.
Honey, we just described how loud.
No, hold on. But I want them to have a timetable, like at least 20 minutes. None of these neighbors are outside yet. None of them are looking out their windows. No one's creeping up a door. Like nothing.
Everybody connected to him's got to be shaken. Each side, above.
I can't imagine. And then so know that this has been occurring now for over 20 minutes. And then in the last, perhaps, and by the way, it could be more because it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Unfortunately or fortunately, it was entertaining. But it's better than watching a screen, I guess. You know, for every other part of our body.
It's like reality TV.
Yeah.
It is.
So in the last 5 minutes of how long this was, all of a sudden the neighbors start coming out.
Upstairs neighbor peeks their head out.
Yeah.
We're looking down from our bedroom. We notice it just watching in shock and awe. And then the woman upstairs was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
What is going on?
You guys are, she said, you're ruining my peace and quiet.
Yeah.
And I pay a lot of money to be here.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
And then Meth Head Boy's door is open. And I yell out to them.
Mm-hmm.
I yell out across, and you do too. We say, someone needs to call the police.
Yeah.
Someone should call the cops.
Mm-hmm. I said call 911.
Call 911, and then another neighbor comes out. Another guy comes out.
Just there's about 5 people outside.
Yeah.
Now.
So then Meth Head hears that. He said, "Who fucking said to call the police?"
Hold on. He's inside his apartment, still yelling at his mother, banging with a vacuum
Grown ass
cleaner.
man, like in his 30s,
and all of these other apartment dwellers are in the corner but on the second floor of the courtyard. And they're all talking, and that's why we can hear, because we're on the second level as well. And they're talking like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening, and my peace and serenity, and should we call the cops? And then you said, call the cops.
Yeah.
And then they kept talking, and then I said, out the window, cupped my hands, call 911.
Yeah.
And then no one knew where it was coming
right.
from.
They didn't know it was us.
And so they were like, yeah, we should call. The guy doctor goes, yeah, we should call 911. And then that's when the apartment meth head comes out from his rage. Here's the numbers, 911.
Yeah.
comes out, loses his
Who's
shit.
gonna fucking call the cops? And he
Pussy.
looks up at the neighbor that lives above him. Is easily in his 60s, maybe
Yeah,
early 70s.
Yeah.
He looks up at him. He's like, "Is that fucking you? You fucking pussy!"
Yeah.
And he starts to like pop his shirt off, and then mommy's like, "No, no, no, go!" And then pushes him in the apartment.
Right. But I mean, doctor did invert like a nipple. He did retract. And he got very
scared.
nervous. Yeah,
Grown ass man's not gonna fight. Like who's grown ass man fighting?
His wife did not invert.
Oh, she was ready to go.
She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna." Now she's not talking to us. She's still talking to all the apartment people. But we've planted a seed a little bit.
Well, because when he heard us say 911, he didn't even look over our direction.
Because they were all in a huddle.
Bethany looks at me and she's like, "Sean, step back," because he's looking around everywhere. She moved to the side of the window so no one can see her. I see her face is bright red.
Yeah.
Move back, and I'm just standing there staring at him because I want to see him because I want to fucking fight this fucking guy. So I'm looking, man. I'm waiting for him. Look at me, bro. Come on up here, bro. And then
if this is your first experience with couple of nuts talking, what you don't know about this neighbor is we have seen him throwing knives. We've seen him lighting fires. We've seen him with a gun.
Girlfriend
We've
pulled a
seen
gun
him
on him in the
beating
middle of the
people. So I was
women,
like,
not people.
Women.
Sorry,
correct.
This is a heavy. It's
heavy.
It's a lot. Okay, so that's the neighbor update, nuts. Okay, that's what happened. It was crazy.
We're trying to keep it light, but it's hard to keep light with this.
Oh, it was so crazy and exciting. Then a neighbor pulled him in, and then fucking not. But 3 hours later, he bouncing his basketball around to go play basketball,
collecting firewood to
and then you got
light
the
a flame.
Poor retired guy upstairs, scared to go down by the pool, and
guy.
he's sunbathing in front of his own apartment down this tiny little
walkway. He
literally
literally opens his door and peeks out first to see
living in
if
fear.
he's there. Yeah, it sucks.
You should throw your book over there.
Oh, I should, baby.
You like that?
Give me that.
Throw your book over there.
Oh my God, I'm gonna give it to all the neighbors.
Except for him.
No, not him. Absolutely not. Although he's probably in his addiction, he has lots of fear.
He's clearly riddled with fear, honey. That's why he acts like a fucking caged
Because then you also
animal.
have compassion for him because you're like, just get better, bro. Get better. But here's where I wanted to take this.
We just had to really rant that stuff out. Sorry.
Yeah, but here's where I wanted to take this, and it wasn't necessarily to out and air all of this, kind of entertaining stuff, though. I was going to call it garbage. but it's like, it's not like any of you guys know these people. We don't even know these people. So I feel like it's entertainment because that's what we're here for. This is for entertainment purposes only. And we're not using any names. There's no way you know. Anyways, I had to get that out. But here's where my subject really comes in that I'd like to rant about, babe. And I know you want to rant about it too. I'm really sick of, and I think this stems from when they started giving out trophies to everyone, even though you didn't do anything and you still get a trophy, is I feel like it's that part of the brain of some people that also feel like if you commit a crime, you shouldn't have to have a punishment. And I think that the more, especially, I can only speak of LA, okay? Because I've watched its demise over the last however many years I've been here,
which is my whole life, so believe me.
Decades.
I've seen it.
So the more you allow this behavior and have zero repercussions, the more it will occur and the more people will acquire the same mentality because there is something to the fact where you're like, how come they get away with it and they get free shit and can steal and do all this stuff and I don't. And that's literally what you're seeing. You're just seeing a bravado of criminality that is far bigger and greater than I've ever seen in my life. Like the brazenness of it.
So I want to end on a couple jokes now. Cool. Are you done with
I thought
everything?
we were gonna.
No,
you were not gonna talk about that.
No, I'm done with that. We're
Why
done.
are you scared?
It's the end. No,
you scared of the repercussions?
We're at
of
the end of this episode, and I just want to end on a kind of a higher note.
What I wanted to actually talk about that subject.
We could talk about that another time. So here we go. That's that. That's up for the neighbor update. Now, check this out. A couple little one-liners for y'all that leave you with some.
Did you make these up or did you?
No, I'm looking at it.
them?
I looked them up.
Oh God.
What do you call?
I'm married to a hack.
What do you call a magic dog?
A magic dog. I do want a minute to think.
You're not going to get a minute. You're going to get 10, 15 seconds.
Okay, so hold on. A magic dog. Abra dog abra.
Oh, very close. A labracadabrador.
Yeah.
Very close, honey.
I liked mine better. Abracadabra.
What do you call a pony with a cough?
A pony with a cock?
A pony with a cough.
A cough. Oh, a horse.
A little horse. Because it's a pony. It's small and it's a little horse.
Yeah, but I got it. Okay.
What did one hat say to the other?
Hat? What did one hat say to the other? I got you covered.
You wait here. I'll go on ahead. You get it? Because the hat's going on ahead.
I like mine better.
Last but not least, what did the shark say when he ate the clownfish?
When he ate the clownfish. What did the shark...
What did the shark say when he ate the clownfish?
Hold on.
That's it. You got the... Yeah.
Finish
This
them.
tastes a little funny. Because it's a clownfish.
Okay.
Nuts, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for letting us get it out about our neighbor. It's like maybe we should do something about it. And I said, next time something like that happens, Anana 101 is getting a ring-a-dingy from your boy.
But anonymous.
Anonymous.
We're not getting involved.
Oh, my God, Nuts.
Oh, man.
What a wild neighborhood. What a wild time, man. Y'all, hey. Thanks
Hey.
for hanging out with us. Subscribe, share it. Keep on loving each other. And
Not for nothing. Sean and I started looking at our numbers. We had no idea because we don't look, we don't care.
We're doing all right.
We're just having fun, and we were like, whoa.
We're doing all right.
So we're just gonna keep giving them to you guys.
Yeah.
Keep sharing, keep liking. If you're listening, tag us while you're listening. Like take a picture or video of you listening.
Yeah.
And
or just
tag us.
just give it a star review. Like hit the 5 stars, or leave a little written review. And
yeah, and if you get my book,
times.
please do the same.
Yeah, and Bethany Dwyer has a book out there, Breakthrough from Fear, available on Amazon. And Haunted Air has a new single, Change, is streaming
In
everywhere.
House of Flies. It's a Deftones cover. It's so cool.
Love you guys.
Love you, Kimpses.
Bye for now.
Stay nutty, everybody.
Kimpses.
Bethany
And Sean.
And Sean.
We are a couple of nuts talking